All right, so here we are in the program called Pixlr. Again, it's pixlr.com. Here's what you should see when you open up your web browser. Um, I highly recommend there's a little thing here where you can create an account. So I went ahead and created an account for myself. They do have pricing, so you get some other options when adding this. Obviously, I just chose the free one, and there's two versions of this. We have Pixlr X, which is a very basic Express version, and there's Pixlr E. We are going to be using E. And so when you first start off, you can kind of see things that I was just playing around with. And that's what's cool about it is it just uses your browser cache to kind of store those things. But if you signed up, it will also keep those in, I guess you could call it the cloud. But um, so for starters, this is what you're going to see. We're just going to go ahead and create new. They have different templates for you. So if you're, for like a YouTube channel or an Instagram story or a Facebook cover, they have an icon, kind of basic stuff. Um, I'm going to go ahead and just click Web 720, and we have height, uh, width, background. We'll just go and I'll just do this as a test. Hit create. Okay, so whenever you see these little checkerboard pattern, that is a transparent background. That means there's nothing here. Okay. Um, so just a little bit about it. The YouTube channels that Pixlr put out, and which you'll need to do this after you're done watching this video, show you a series of videos that kind of go through all these different options. Now, I will say they go pretty quick, but that's the beauty of having a video in front of you is you can pause it, you can rewind it, and kind of go at your own pace. That's what remote learning is. You're able to be where you're at and kind of, if you're really good with technology, you can fly through this. If you're not, you can slow things down. Which was probably one of the biggest advantages on remote learning or online learning is that you can go at your own pace. So obviously we have file, we can pull stock images, we can grab a new image, we can open images, obviously save one, that's going to be a big one. um, and then probably the biggest thing is, and this is the same thing, that's why I wanted to use this program, is it's very similar. It looks a lot like Photoshop. It uses same icons. It's obviously simplified, but at the same time being free, it's really pretty impressive on what it does. So obviously we have a move tool or range, we have a selection tool, we have lasso tool, wand selection, crop, if we want to mask something or cut out something. Um, you have blur and sharpen. We have a paintbrush. We have text and font. We have our color palette down and below. So every time you select on a different option, you're going to see your options above here change. And that's important to kind of keep an eye on. So if I go to brush, it obviously my layer is empty. So I need to go ahead and create a new layer. But everything you select here is going to change up above here. Okay. On top of that, you have some menu options above. You have edit image. So if I want to rotate or trim layers, we can add new layers. So there's a new layer right there. Um, Selection adjustments. Obviously, I don't have anything going on here, so a lot of these are going to be grayed out. If they're grayed out, meaning you won't be able to use them for various reasons. Um, the new layer part, that's really important. That's the best thing about Photoshop is being able to build on layers, and again, they'll go through that. The key is going to be, once you're finished with your project, now it will save it on your browser and on your cache. But when you go to turn it in, you're going to want to go to File, Save, And I would say just use a JPEG and try to keep it as the highest quality you can. And then you hit download, hit allow, and it's going to go ahead and download um, your project for you. And then that download is what you'll turn into as your assignment. So overall, again, you're going to watch a series of videos. There's about 8 of them. They're only anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes long each, so they're pretty short, quick, straight to the point. Um, and then our 2 projects for this are going to be what's called double exposure, which is a very popular one, popular graphic design project or photography project for that matter. And then there's a font one as well, and font's key, making YouTube graphics and things like that. So again, in my art classes, since we don't have our materials, we don't have our supplies yet, we're going to utilize this. And I really think knowing this program going forward, when we start on a drawing project or we start on a photography project, having this program down and the basic tools down, you're going to be able to make your, say, an image you're using for a drawing or a photograph that you think looks good, but it just needs a little more. You're going to have those basic tools from these first few weeks learning this program, and you'll be able to apply it to those future projects, which is awesome. So I never started any of my art classes with a graphic design project, but this is actually kind of cool. I'm looking forward to this. I hope you guys will. Again, if you have questions, please put a comment down below, and I'll keep an eye on those. Subscribe so you kind of get notifications on when I do post new videos, because I'm again going to keep trying to crank these out as much as I can. So appreciate it. Hope all is well. See you guys.